Hello and welcome to a really special episode of Living Well today. Resonate to elevate. I'm Angela, and each week we talk about harmony and balance and joy and ease for peace in our lives, inside and outside the workplace, and for our families, our communities, and anyone and everyone that we can touch in our closest circles and across the world. There is no better way to demonstrate harmony in our lives than through resonance. And resonance, vibration, the way that we express ourselves energetically, our hearts, our minds, our bodies, nature. And people can feel that energy. And the words that we use and the stories that we tell all have a role in that resonance. So today we're talking about resonance and resonating for moving ourselves, our experience of life in the world around us up, more expansive, more open. And the higher that we move up, the more joy and love we experience in all realms. So there are a couple of unique things that are going to happen today. I have two clips for you. The first is because I am a singer, resonance and harmony mean something very deeply to me on a personal level. It's one of my primary ways that I have expressed myself in this life, and using my voice to communicate not just story, but to connect as well, and to exchange energy in a unique way through music. So I'm going to share a little piece of music today, and you'll get a chuckle because I start out with a piece that I say I'm going to sing a song that is sentimental to me, that was a favorite of my grandmother's. And then when I start to sing, I just sing something totally different. So I sing a quick sentence from that and then say, oh, wait a minute. Okay, here we go. So that's what that's about. I thought, why cut it out? It was real. It was natural. Come as we are, right? Come as you are. So then you're going to see me step into nature, into my backyard, which is truly a paradise, and lots of resonance and harmony and bamboo and birds and all sorts of dragonflies and butterflies and flowers and fauna. Really quite spectacular. And it's the reason I bought this place in the first place. And you're going to see me do what is something new for me, but I've experienced it, but it's new for me performing it. And that is my singing bowls. And I'm not going to go into great detail because I don't have that amount of time with you today. And thank you, by the way, for being here. You can see more about how I approach music and words and us as a tuning fork on my YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe and share this message, Resonate to Elevate, with as many people as you think might be able to benefit from it in your circle. So sound baths are all to do with vibration and resonance and our energetic centers within the body. And whatever note I'm playing on those sound bowls or on the drums and gongs and cymbals, you'll see me use a few different types of noise and sound, and noise in a positive way, good noise. And I'll go deeper and deeper into that explanation again, maybe next week on the next show. For now, just take it in, listen. The sound bath is about 5 minutes long, and the music piece is just a couple of minutes long. So indulge me today, and I think you'll enjoy Resonate to Elevate. So whether you're leading a business, a team, a classroom, a household, whether you're a healthcare CEO, whether you're a creative entrepreneur, solopreneur, as they now say, or simply someone asking about more meaning for their life, seeking more meaning and more alignment, this episode is for you. There are more and more studies that come out about how sound and vibration heal the body. They fill in the blanks where things are missing. They free things up where things are stuck. They open the airways. They open the veins and the cells, and it's all like the Fibonacci. It's all mathematics, really. It all boils down to, so there's art and science, you see, to sound. Just like you tune the radio, if you're listening to 93.1 versus 104.7, they're still playing at the same time. You're just on a different frequency. So what all of today is about is tuning your frequency, tuning your body, your mind, your heart, your spirit with your higher self, with that which you wish to emanate out into the world. But you can't give peace if you don't have peace. You can't experience kindness out in the world if you're not cultivating that here first. So all of these things help fulfill that. They tune your organs, your blood, your cells, your memories to a place of better well-being. So there are different frequencies for each of those singing bowls, a different note on the scale, and each one of them tune you, your systems and your cells to a happier place. So leadership today, in whatever realm you're operating in, is not just about vision. It's about vibration. It's about how you're showing up. You can feel the energy in a room, whether it's positive or negative. We talked a lot about last week about how you're showing up as a leader, and are you dropping the mask? Are you moving beyond perfectionism and the energies that go along with that? And are you opening up your receptors to something higher, more meaningful, more impactful, more memorable, more empowering for both you and for everyone you touch? We live in a noisy world. I can hear the traffic outside right now. That's what meditation is for, certainly. The sound bath you're going to experience today, albeit just for 5 minutes, most sound baths are much longer than that. It is a form of meditation as well, because it asks you to be very present and quieting. Even though there's sound going on, you yourself are quieting down to take it all in. Beneath all the emails, the notifications, the dings and the dongs, the news cycles and the crises after crises, what's beneath it all? What is beneath it all? It's like those radio stations are still playing even if you're not listening to them. So what is the deeper signal that we can tap into? And what is the deeper signal we are consciously or unconsciously, mostly unconsciously, sending through our everyday tone of voice, tempo, dynamics, volume of our voice, our words, the words we're telling, the stories we're telling, certainly our energy. And the energy is what flows. It's that river flowing. And we get to tap into it, either resourcefully or in a positive way or in a negative, unresourceful way. Of course, we all want the latter. That signal that's running, that river of energy, is at its core resonance. Resonance is what people remember. They don't necessarily remember what you told them or what you taught them, what you said. They remember how they felt from you. They remember what they felt in your presence. They remember not what you say necessarily. Maybe a quote, a line here or there. But mostly what we carry with us through this life is how we felt in that person's presence. In physics, resonance is when one object vibrates at the same natural frequency as another and causes it to vibrate too. It can't help it because we're all vibrating beings. In leadership, it's the same thing. Your state affects the room. It affects the company. Your words shift the culture, shape the culture. Our energy amplifies what's possible or dampens it, limits it. The power of sound to heal and to harm is very real. And sound therapy it's been used for thousands of years. More and more, it's becoming part of our conscious stream of consciousness in today's world. But it's used to regulate your nervous system, reduce pain, speed up healing. Sound is incredibly, incredibly powerful. Just think about the last time you maybe felt a little bit down and you put on your favorite song, right? What did you feel? You instantly feel better. So from mantras to sound baths, from Mozart to for Mozart for babies, or listening to Beethoven as you're studying, the tone of your voice the doctor uses when they deliver a diagnosis. That sound matters. It matters. And in business, tone matters just as much. Think of the difference between this example. I'm going to read this. I wrote this down. We're facing challenges, but I believe in this team. Versus, we've got problems and we need results now. We're facing challenges, but I believe in this team. Versus, we've got problems, we need results now. Completely disempowering, the latter, right? The former lifts you up, elevates you. Same message, different resonance. One inspires, one deflates. Healthcare leaders, this matters especially for you. Your voice sets the tone for an entire ecosystem of care. Narrative medicine, the power of story and how you approach that story, and your presence, your energy in that space. The sound you use matters. What you say matters. The stories we tell. Let's talk story. We talk story a lot here, right? About our companies, the story about our patients, our own identity. They're not just language. They're vibrational frameworks. They create culture. They shape behavior and beliefs. They define what's possible. Define what's possible. We're either telling empowering stories or disempowering ones. That's it. Those are our choices. The most dangerous stories, if you want to use that word, the most negative impact, the stories are the ones that we tell ourselves in silence, that we say, I'm not good at this, or I'm not good enough, or I don't have time, I'm too busy, or this will never change, or money doesn't grow on trees, I mean, whatever, or you have 3 months to live. Whatever you're saying, every time you speak, you're broadcasting a frequency. My voice has different frequencies right now as I go up and down the scale. So what frequency are you feeding? What are you offering in the world today? Do a self-check on that. And what's your story saying and resonating on behalf of your team, your mission, your own well-being? So let's get practical for a minute. What are ways, we're going to use this music here in a minute and the sound bath I'm going to share with you, but what are a few simple ways to resonate, to elevate you and your team, your family, your neighbor, your friends? You can speak slower, more slowly. I have to remind myself of this. I was just explaining this yesterday, that when I get excited, I talk louder and I talk faster. It's picking up momentum. But what if we slow it down? We can have more impact. When we create more space for things to ripple out, that can be very powerful. Pace influences perception. It keeps attention. It keeps people leaning in. It keeps them interested. If everything's at the same tempo all the time, there's not enough dynamic there, right? It's just too much, too frenetic and too constant for there to be an aha moment. So pace invites presence. All right, it soothes, especially in high stress environments, which pretty much everywhere in the world is that way right now. Choose your core frequency. Do you want to lead with calm? Is your core frequency courage, clarity, gratitude? Pick a different one today And let that guide your tone, your core frequency. Let that guide your tone. And meetings with an up phrase, something that heals people as they leave the room, even something as simple as, let's take a deep breath before we go. You got this. It resets the nervous system in the room. Tell a news story. Replace we're burned out with we're learning to build new systems that sustain us. Replace this is just a mess with this is a moment we get to redesign. You see the difference? You can feel it instantly. I can feel it in my body. Your narrative becomes your norm and shapes the quality of your life, how you experience it. Your resonance becomes your reality. Yeah. So pick a new resonance today. Make a commitment to lead from a more empowering place. Let's see. This is new for me to pull these videos in. So let's see how this goes. Hey there. We're at my piano and we're talking sound and the importance of sound. And I'm no proficient on the piano, just enough to doodle around and support myself in learning a piece of music. I'm a singer. And so I just thought I'd sing something for you that is precious to me because it was precious to my grandmother. And this is a testament to not just sound and vibration uplifting you, but the emotion connected to when you hear something. It's the same thing with, smelling fresh baked bread, that might remind you of your grandmother's kitchen, or when you smell some perfume that maybe reminds you of your mom or your grandmother, something like that. The same idea, because emotion is attached to sound through memory and sentiment, etc. It's really vital to surround yourself with things that lift you up. So today, of course, is all about resonate to elevate. And even if you're not a proficient, sing in the shower. I was just talking about this recently. Hum, whistle, express. It's really important that that sound moves through you and not gets stuck inside of you, never to be heard by the world. So, what the world needs now is love, sweet love. Okay, here we go. You ready? Raindrops keep falling on my head, just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed. But crying's not for me, 'cause raindrops keep falling on my head, they keep falling. So I just did me some talking with the sun, and I said I didn't like the way he's getting things done. He's sleeping on the job. Those raindrops keep falling on my head, they keep falling. But there's one thing I know, the blues they send to greet me won't defeat me. It won't be long before happiness steps up to greet me. Raindrops, they keep falling on my head. But that doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning red. 'Cause crying's not for me, 'cause I'm never gonna stop the rain by complaining. Because I'm free, nothing's worrying me. Because I'm free, mostly nothing's worrying me. So pick a favorite song of yours, sing it. Sing it loud, sing it proud. Sing it like nobody's listening. So there you go. Hey, it worked. What do you know? What do you know? It worked. Something actually came together. Okay, so now we're going to take the next few minutes and do this sound bath and then wrap up. I think that because it's in my nature and so very much a part of my nature, I'd like to do more of this. How do you feel about this? So I'd like to do more explanation on sound, and I want to share. Before I go into the sound bath itself, I want to read you something about that's so important, that was done by, there was a study, and I want to share. I'm going to look exactly for the info here on this. But there was a scientist, you may have seen this before, where Japanese studied the impact of sound when certain words were spoken in the presence of water, and the shape that the style of crystal that was shaped in the water as you spoke to it. And under a microscope, when you spoke kindness and loving words, the shapes were beautiful. The crystalline structures of the water turned beautiful. The snowflakes, absolutely beautiful. When you spoke words of hatred and anger and unkindness to those same crystalline structures were disparate parts, broken down. Now, what percentage of our bodies is water? What percentage of our bodies is water? So the words and the stories you tell yourself and the words and the stories you tell others have an impact, even if you don't see it. It's at work. It's vitally important to mind our words. Mind our words, because those thoughts become things. Those words you express can be weapons or can be healing tools in a very, very compelling and powerful way. So a couple more quick points on the drumming and the sound bath. Healing isn't just what you do, it's what you vibrate. It's what you vibrate. And it's an immersive experiment that we're going to do with the sound bath, or when you go for a sound bath. I'm thinking of even maybe doing one using my pool, because I've seen people floating on floaters and people doing these sound baths and singing bowls in the water. I mean, unbelievable. But think of it like this. When you see a thermal scan or a heat map of the body, you're not just seeing temperature, you're witnessing the body's electromagnetic energy. That temperature is emanated because of the electromagnetic energy in motion. Well, sound interacts with that energy. It carries frequency, it carries intention, information. It shapes our internal state in ways that we can measure and certainly feel. Whether it's the resonance of tuning forks, and more people are using tuning forks for healing. Same essence as these singing bowls you're going to see in a minute. The low hum of bass heavy music, your favorite playlist that instantly calms you. Sound alters your nervous system. It entrains your brain waves and it clears energetic static. It literally tunes your body. You ever wonder why harmonics feels and sounds so beautiful and dissonance feels really uncomfortable? And you'll feel and hear a few dissonant notes here and there. I by and large do consonants through the entire thing and integrated sounds, harmonious sounds, but sometimes there is some dissonance. You'll hear some dissonance from the gong for sure. Gongs tend to clear out darker, lower vibration energy. So sometimes gongs, I even can feel nauseous at times if someone's doing a gong during a sound bath. I had to actually leave once because it's a very guttural kind of deep sound that drudges up gunk. Think of it that way. So it's true of teams, it's true of relationships, it's true of your inner thoughts as well, that sound waves that are harmonious, that are blending and synchronizing feel really good. And dissonant tones clash and feel, it's the same reason why you clash with a person. That clash is a sound, it's a vibration, whether you hear it or not. So, Emoto, that's what that doctor's name was, Dr. Emoto. In studying crystalline snowflake patterns, I was like, okay, what? But think about all of the structures in your body, symmetrical and radiant and beautiful, versus if you're in a lot of fear and a lot of hate, that those molecules break down, they become chaotic and disjointed and fragmented. So this sound bath, or any sound bath, helps you sync up, become more symmetrical, become more harmonious, and the world will respond to that. You watch your team respond to you, you watch your family or your partner respond to you, that nasty neighbor, when you come to them with kind words, even as much as it might take for you to muster up, watch how those kind words over time can melt and synchronize the space between you. So here we go with that piece. And I'm just simply going to say goodbye after that. We'll wrap up. There you go. You know that drum, that's called a switch drum. You might have had one as a kid, but it is literally like in Tai Chi Kung. It's the figure eight. You heard the whirling dervishes? And that was a form of meditation and of elevation through Kundalini, etc., getting the Kundalini energy to rise. So in Tai Chi Kung, you mimic that movement as you do your figure eights and you do your swim and carry water. So it's wonderful, the switch drum. And then you saw the kettle drum, which is so fun and melodic. And yeah, so the crashing bamboo, I had to leave that in there because I thought, why not? It's another sound. It's yet another sound. So maybe, just maybe, our sounds made that loose piece loosen up and fall. Who knows? But I hope you enjoyed the sound bath, and we will explore more and more of this sound together and the power of it. So be mindful of your core frequency, your core signature frequency, where you're leading from, and resonate to elevate. You cannot lift up others and lead others in your church, at home, at school, in your neighborhood and community, in your office, if you are not yourself lifted up and understand the tools that can help you do that and realize that with greater and greater ease. And sound is one of them, a very powerful one of them. So God bless to you, and for living well today. I will see you next week. Go sing in the shower. Go hum and whistle as you walk on down the street. All right? Sunshine wishes for you, friends. Bye-bye.